No. We remodeled the how the buses town and I couldn't wait to get back to work to take a break. I appreciate it.
All right, it's 7 o'clock. I'll call this meeting of the Chatham County to order. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll?
Bishop. Present. White.
Here.
Easley. Here. Hayes.
Here.
Riddle.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Mayor Davis.
Here. If you would all join me in a moment of silence. Thank you very much. And now if you'll all join in and pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Do we have any items to be added to the agenda?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'd like to add one item to the agenda. I'd like to add at the very beginning of presentations, consideration of resolution 2026.05.01. And I'll read that resolution when we get to presentation.
Great. Anything else? All right, seeing none, can I have approval of the agenda as amended?
Second.
Second.
Motion by Bishop, second
It'll be
by
like that tonight.
Thompson. And all those in favor?
Roll call.
Bishop.
Yes.
Black.
Sure.
Easley. Yes. Hayes.
Yes.
Riddle.
All right.
Thompson, thank you.
All right. Item number 7, we have the recognition of citizens and public comments, and we do have one citizen signed up to speak, Mr. Tim Fisk.
Right. So it's indeed an honor, Madam Mayor and members of council, to stand before you as a citizen.
I don't like it.
At one time or another, I voted for all of you. I hope we can continue to do that. We live in town, as you know, my wife and I, it's been a joy and a distinct honor to serve the council for almost 13 years now as one of the attorneys in practice. As many know, beginning June 1st, I'm going to take a new role in the community. I become a juvenile court judge across the street in Chatham. Initially, in my service as a judge, I'll travel between Rocky Mount, the city of Danville, and then Chatham also. So I'll be in all 3 courts. That's what's referred to often as a traveler judge. So I'm really looking forward to that new opportunity to serve the families and the children, to protect our families and children in our community in the juvenile court. It comes face to face with the struggles that we all see in our work and in our lives, whether we're teaching or serving the community in various ways. So, but it's been a distinct honor and a privilege to serve you all and your predecessors. One thing I have noticed over time is you all have become so much more forward-looking. You're looking for ways to solve problems that haven't yet come into being, which is a great thing. I think you all have begun casting a vision for the improvements that need to be done. The way that we structured our staff, your staff, and how you all serve them so well in all that you do as members of the staff. Buck Overby, who we bought the law practice from years ago, is no longer with us, but something he said to me early on when we purchased the practice was, whenever we would find a title to real estate that was in poor shape for some reason or another, he would always say to leave it better than you find it. So if we could correct a title by preparing easements or doing other boundary line issues, we always strove to leave the title better than we found it. And I can say, from my perspective, you all left the town better than you found it. And I hope you'll continue to do that. I know you will. I have confidence in each and every one of you. So thank you for allowing us to serve in our practice. And I wish you all the very best going forward. And I'll now be watching from the sidelines. Because I know each and every time I've communicated with you all individually, every one of you has been interested in how can we make the town better than it is now. How can we leave it better than we found it? So thank you all. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for your leadership on this council, and for all of you who served, some of you for so many years. It's just a privilege to see all of the things that have happened since we moved to the county in 1990. We've been here a long time now. The town has just gotten better and better and better. So I'm very grateful to be a citizen.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Tim.
Tim.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate you. Which brings us to item 8, and the first item there, which Mr. Pace will present.
All right, so I kept this under wraps, even though I probably shouldn't have for a long time ago, but I had to keep it a secret. So I'd like to read a resolution for immediate consideration, and that is this. Resolution 2026.05.01, Town of Chatham, commending Timothy M. Fisk Esquire. Whereas Town Attorney Resident Timothy M. Fisk is concluding his service as Town Attorney of Chatham, and whereas prior to entering the practice of law and serving as Town Attorney, Tim's work experience spanned careers in small business entrepreneurship, convenient banking, and distinguished military service, and whereas Tim served as a U.S. Naval aviator for 6 years, flying the A-6 Intruder, and whereas as a Navy pilot, Tim received 2 distinguished awards, including the RAG, Replacement Air Group, and East Coast Pilot of the Year, and whereas Tim was one of 3 pilots chosen to fly formation over the inauguration of President George H.W. Bush, and whereas after serving in the Navy, Tim attended law school and earned his law degree from the Liberty University School of Law in 2010, and whereas Tim co-founded Adams L. Morton Fisk in Chatham after graduating law school, and whereas as an attorney, Tim practiced business law and is experienced in several fields of civil litigation and transactional matters, including family law and real estate, and whereas in 2012, Tim, along with his then law partner, the Honorable Les Adams, served as Town Attorney of Chatham, and whereas on March 13th, 2026, the Virginia General Assembly appointed and confirmed him to serve as a judge on the Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court in the 22nd District starting on June 1st, 2026. Now therefore be resolved, the Chatham Town Council hereby commends Timothy M. Fisk for his years of service to the town of Chatham and as a town attorney, and be it further resolved that the Chatham Town Council wishes Timothy M. Fisk all the best in his new role as a judge on the Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Court in the 22nd District, and be it finally resolved that the clerk of the town of Chatham shall provide copies of the resolution to Timothy M. Fisk and his family as a sign of appreciation and gratitude on behalf of the town of Chatham, hopefully adopted by the Chatham Town Council today on Monday, May 11th, 2026, and I so move immediate adoption of this resolution.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll give that one to Thompson. Any discussion? All those in favor, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Bishop,
Yes.
Black,
Yes.
Easley, Pace,
Yes.
Riddle,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
And although it's not official, I certainly add my agreement to that as well. Tim, we thank you very much for your service to the town, and we look forward to continuing to see you around town and have you as a trusted friend and citizen.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, I'm a much better attorney having served you all.
You earned it. And now you'll be free to comment.
Yeah.
I'll just make a quick comment on this. We're distinguished in Chatham. We have a circuit court judge, a justice judge, and a JG judge in the town of Chatham.
That's right.
Sure.
Small town, big citizens. All right, so, we have another presentation, from Joe Rogers and or Dick Camp from the Chatham Rotary Foundation.
Mayor, Dick and I are pleased to be here tonight on behalf of Chatham Rotary Foundation. As you know, the last several years, we've been working with, we call the Reimagine Chatham Initiative, and trying to bring some improvements and betterments to the town of Chatham, and I believe that you're gonna start seeing more of the tangible results of this later this spring and during the summer, especially things like the branding, the trail system, and maybe perhaps some murals going up. So I'm just mainly here to, Dick and I as co-chair this, but I want to say that Dick here has done but I would say that heavy lifting when it came to actually drafting these grants and obtaining the money. And over the last several years, Dick probably mentioned this in his remarks, we've been able to obtain four, hopefully, help the town, funds in the amount exceeding $400,000. So, we're glad we had a chance to do that. I don't live in Chatham anymore, but